Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be talking you through pull-ups, eccentric pull-ups, and pull-downs. But mostly this video is going to be all about the eccentric pull-up, which is also called the negative. Now, just so we're on the same page, a proper pull-up, a full range of motion pull-up will look something like this here. You're going to start at the bottom of the range of motion. Ears will be between the biceps. You're going to pull up quickly. Ideally put the upper chest, collarbone area up against the bar. You're going to go down super slow, 4-second negative. So that is the optimal pull-up technique. The eccentric pull-up is going to be like this here, where we're going to lower ourselves slowly, and we're going to go over that in depth here, so I'll skip that for the moment. The third and final thing, exercise-wise, will be the pull-down. Now, you've done pull-downs before, I'm sure. We're not going to touch on that one today, but those are kind of the three main things that you can do exercise-wise to improve your pull-up strength. The other three things that you need to make sure that you're paying attention to and or improving is going to be, number one, you got to have strong forearms. Your forearms are what's holding you up on the bar. If you can't hold your body, you're not going to be able to do many pull-ups. Number two is going to be the biceps. The biceps are the secondary muscle in this exercise, so they're going to be helping the back pull you up. So if you have weak biceps, you're going to have trouble doing proper pull-ups. The third and final thing is going to be the nutrition. If you have excess body fat, naturally things are going to be pretty hard to pull up. So make sure you have those three things checked off to give yourself the best chance of doing better pull-ups. So on pull-ups, oftentimes we see people doing pull-ups like this here, where they're not going all the way down, not going all the way up. They're staying kind of in that sweet spot in the middle. Now if we look at the pull-up, you're weakest at the bottom and you're weakest at the top. That's kind of the way the muscles work on this exercise. So by staying in the middle, you're just working on what you're already good at. We want to force ourselves into the parts of the range of motion that we suck at. On the pull-up, it's going to be the bottom, it's going to be the top. However, you may not be able to do that. That's when the eccentric pull-up really comes into play. So let's jump up on the bar, show you proper setup for the eccentric pull-up. Now to get set up, you're going to want to raise these pins or these safety bars up high. That way, when you stand on them from side to side, you're up high enough on the bar. What you don't want to do is start your negative with your nose or mouth at the bar. You want to have your collarbone all the way up there. Show you that in just a second. The other thing is you may need a box depending on how tall you are or how high the pull-up bar is, just so you can stand back up in between your reps. So the proper technique here, you're going to stand up. You want to have the collarbone all the way up to the bar. Today we're going to be doing overhand grip. So what I'm going to do is squeeze the bar, but not only squeeze it with my fingers, I'm also going to be pulling down, which activates the muscles, so when I remove my legs, I don't drop like a rock. So I'm going to squeeze the bar, press it against my collarbone, pulling down with my elbows right now. Now watch, this is what you need to do. You're going to pull just one leg up, tighten your arms, pull the other leg up, 4, 3, 2, 1, full stretch, then touch the box. Climb right back up, next rep, chest to the bar, pull down, 1 leg, 2 leg, 4, 3, 2, 1, full stretch. And there, you're gonna keep going back and forth, minimize the amount of break, the amount of time it takes for you to climb back up and get your next rep. Now, you wanna shoot for at least a 4-second negative. If you're going and your reps start to look like this here, drop in like a rock, then you've reached full fatigue, and now what you need to do on the next set is move over to the pull down machine and do pull downs there, because then you can adjust the weight based on how much fatigue you're experiencing. Now, a couple things on the eccentric pull up that I want to hammer down. The pins need to be high enough so you start at the top. As I just explained previously, on a pull up, you're weakest at the top part of the range of motion and you're weakest at the bottom. Now, you can't get stronger at the top or the bottom if you never train in those parts of the range of motion. So this eccentric pull-up is one way that you can help strengthen those parts of the range of motion if you're not strong enough to do them through a regular pull-up. So on here, you got to start at the very, 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 very top, okay? Collarbone up to the bar, tighten those arms, so you get the top part of the range of motion trained. The other thing people forget is they don't pull one leg and then the second leg. If you pull both legs at once, unless you're already strong enough, you're probably going to fall pretty quickly from that top part and then you're not going to be training the top part of the range of motion. So one leg, other leg, slowly go down. That way you can keep control with those arms. The other thing that people miss is going to be not going all the way down to a full stretch before they touch their feet. So you'll get down low somewhere like kind of like this kind of arm bend, then they'll already touch the box, so they didn't get the full stretch at the very, very bottom. So it's so important to get the bottom part of the range of motion trained, because when you jump up to a bar and you're hanging there, well, you got to be able to pull yourself up, and if you've never trained yourself from here to here, you're not going to be able to do it. So it's important that you're strict on yourself. You go all the way down to the full stretch to train that bottom part of the range of motion. So that's all I got for you today for the eccentric pull-up. Be sure to start at the top, all the way down super, super slow to the bottom. And if you reach fatigue or you're dropping too quick, just end the set, and then the next set, go over to the pull downs. Until next time, keep training hard. We'll see you later.